this is Ryan. In the short that I uploaded yesterday, I asked if you could really tell the difference between a 3D printed Space Marine and a regular plastic one. I use a Igloo Mars Ultra 5 to 3D print all of my effects and stuff. So I have a couple 3D models of Marines now. And I mean, I have like the full Marine. Now, I'm not going to just print off Marines because, yeah, that saves money, but there's a quality thing to it, and I like the plastic more than the resin. But if I could save a little bit of money, like everyone else, printing the torso, legs, and power packs, then that's perfectly fine, because at least every box of Primaris Marines that I've gotten, whether the Assault Intercessors, the Heavy Intercessors, or the the regular Intercessors, they always come with a bunch of extra bits. So the resin costs like 20 cents to make the 3D models. It doesn't cost that much. The 3D printer will usually take about 2 hours on these kinds of models. The gluing process that I use for the resin to resin, like the torso, the legs, and the backpack, is just super glue. It's what works best. I think as I was making this video, I found a better combination. That is super glue with a touch of resin. Like, put a little bit of resin. You'll see me do it in the video. That way it will, I don't know, it just seems to seal better. Hit it with a little UV light. It works great. And I mean, it's better than just using super glue because it can be a pain sometimes. You see me start to super glue the arms to the body, and you see me really kind of fumble with it just because it's resin and plastic do not like to go together. Now, once I do get the arms glued to the torso, it starts to still look like a little bit of a 3D print, and I mean, obviously you could tell that the center of the model is entirely made out of resin. But I go ahead and grab one of the heads after I glued on the shoulders, which is, I just used regular glue. It is actually right here in front of me. It is, I'm gonna butcher this because I am a farm boy, and this has Japanese lettering on it. So it's Tayama Extra Thin Cement. I probably butchered that. It's like in a green container. You can see it in the video. So that's what I use for my plastic to plastic bond. It melts the plastic and just forms like, I don't know, a chemical bond. I don't know what it would be technically called. So I picked out a helmetless Marine head just because I've really started to like painting faces more. It adds more depth, more character to the random Space Marine that's going to die within seconds of the first turn of each tabletop game. But, so like, when I paint faces, I will do face, just all face color, whatever color. I use a Pro Acrylic face coloring. I can't remember what it is, and I don't have it in front of me right now. But I give that a quick hit, do a face wash, and then if they have any studs, I'll paint those gold or silver, depending on if they are regular intercessors or if they're a sergeant or whatever. But the face wash really adds a lot of depth into like any scars or anything like that. And I will paint the eyebrows because, man, painting eyeballs is hard. It's very difficult because if you do not get the pupils centered right, it makes your Space Marine look really dumb. And I've tried before on like the Lieutenant Titus model that I painted, and it did not turn out great. And I just said, you know what? We'll just keep him with eyebrows only. So anyways, back on topic here. The one on the left's the 3D printed one now. I don't know why he turned out to be a little bit taller. It's probably just posing. The other thing is that the one on the right looks like he's a little bit wider. Again, don't know why that is. It's probably just, again, posing. But I think no one could really tell a difference, honestly. Now, I did put a coat of primer on these because I am going to paint them. And it would have also been super easy to tell because one would have been gray and the other would have been plastic. It'd have been super easy if I didn't just like put on a coat of primer onto the models. So that's just kind of like my thoughts on 3D printing partial models, because like I said, I won't 3D print a whole model because I've just got the extra bits and it saves more resin that way. If they're both painted next to each other, I don't think anyone can tell a difference. And I don't think anyone would ever call you out on it. I don't know the rules of using 3D printed models for like any type of like competitive play or anything like that. I don't plan on doing any competitive play. I just play the game with my friends for fun, since we all kind of got into it after Space Marine 2 came out. So thank you so much for watching, if you still are. And if you want to, please subscribe. It does help.